We have a very important Sanders story because a lot of idiots like to say that Bernie Sanders is do nothing, even though his nickname is Amendment King in the Senate, because contrary to many people's opinion, he actually proposes a lot of legislation. So a lot of idiots who say, "Oh, he's just emotion and saying all this shit." No, motherfucker, he's proposed a lot of this legislation. He's even proposed a Medicare for all. Like, this dude is a machine. So it says Sanders introduces bill to boost Social Security. So people having money as they work their whole life to then be able to live not in poverty, live a decent life as they're a senior and they're retired. And what Republicans would like to do is cut the Social Security right from under and say, "Fuck you, working class. We hate you. I know you vote for us, and I know you're idiots, but I'm going to do this anyways because I hate you guys." And on top of that, they want to raise your retirement age so you can't retire until you are like 70, 75. And sometimes even they use the Bible to back that up. They say, conservative people, they'll be like, "Oh, God made you so you can work." So the Republicans are total dickbags. But anyways, Bernie Sanders again trying to help the working people. Here's what they say. Here's what the Hill says. It says, Senator Bernie Sanders is rolling out legislation to bolster Social Security payments and make high-income earners pay more into the retirement system. "Anyone who tells you Social Security is going broke is lying," Sanders said. "We can increase Social Security benefits for millions of Americans and extend the life of Social Security if we have the political will to tell the wealthiest Americans to pay the same rate as everyone else. The legislation would increase Social Security benefits by almost $1,300 annually for seniors who make less than $16,000, while boosting the amount of taxes paid by high-income earners by subjecting income taxes above $250K to payroll taxes." Sanders argued that his proposal has an overwhelming majority of support in both parties, pointing to an October 2016 public policy polling survey that found 72% of Americans supporting increasing the entitlement program. So, this is... Okay, so it says Sanders' legislation would extend its solvency through 2078, according to a report from the Social Security Administration. The legislation would also increase monthly payments for most beneficiaries by $43 per month starting at age 80 and $73 at age 90, according to a breakdown of the bill from Sanders' office. So again, and this is something that a lot of people don't point out, is that a lot of these things that Bernie Sanders proposes and supports, a lot of these things are polled extremely highly by the American population. So when they try to act like, "Oh, you're a radical," really you're not at all. The real radicals are the crazy laissez-faire guys, because nobody in the world does that type of shit. It's redonkulous, dude. Like, it's really just straight up redonkulous. Again, like I've said this on a few times on the show, a country with Sharia law, Brunei, has single-payer healthcare. A book that literally says that women are inferior to men. They still feel it's morally bound to have everyone to have at least basic healthcare. How embarrassing is that? But anyways, let's not get off on a tangent here. They said a public policy polling survey that found 72% of Americans support increasing it. You can go to the Obamacare provisions where it doesn't say Obamacare because Republicans are idiots. But Republicans support a majority of those, except for, I believe, 2 provisions. So they support a majority of those. It's the things that get past a majority support. It's just Republicans are always voting against their own priorities massively. So what Bernie Sanders is trying to do is help people who don't have as much money and people who are going to retire and people who work all their life and are going to retire. So working low-wage jobs and then retiring. So Bernie Sanders, again, trying to help low-income earners and trying to help them live a better life.